Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Omolara King, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how Mercury retrograde in Pisces, especially in 2026, which is a fire horse year, which is the first of its kind in 60 years, is going to be affecting each life path number, including master numbers. Okay, so we all know that we are in being in a fire horse year means having action, starting new things. I mean, 2026 is also the beginning, the year of new beginnings, and then carrying the energy of fire back to back means you need to take action, start new things. But then Mercury retrograde going into Pisces, which is the sign of emotions and boundaries, is going to slow down everything. Okay, put everyone in a position of slowing down. All right, forcing us to review things, forcing us to think twice before doing something. But because we are in an impulsive year, many people, it might have a different contrasting effect on different people. Okay, so people are impulsive, so now instead of coming down to talk, people, the miscommunication is flying all about, and misinformation, and people blocking, misunderstandings and all that. Okay, so I'm here to just clarify how from now till March 20th and even April 9th, how this retrograde could possibly affect you. So I've made videos for each zodiac sign, each rising sign, each birthday group. Now I'm making for each life path number so that we can cover all our bases and know where this thing could possibly hit us. Okay, so without wasting any more time, if you're a life path one, like I said, you know how to do it with my videos. I need the watch time. All right. But if you can't watch from here on out, if you can't watch the video all the way to the end, you'll see something called intro here. All right. So click on intro somewhere around here. Click on intro, and then from there go to your life path number. If you don't know how to calculate your life path number, um, your birthday plus your birth month plus your birth year, add everything together. If it gives you two digits, like maybe 25, 17, add it together until you get one digit between 1 and 9. Okay, but if you get 11, 22, 33, just leave it. And if you still don't understand what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. Just put your birthday in the comments and I'll help you calculate. Okay, good. So moving on, like I said, life part one. If you're a live part one, that means, and also please, 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 like, subscribe, share to everyone. It will help my video. Thank you so much. But if you can watch all the way to the end, you will be my hero. Thank you so much. Okay, so live part one, you are the pioneer, right? I have my research here. So this is your year. Everything about 2026 matches your natural energy perfectly. This combination only happens once every 9 years. So you feel a strong pull to take charge, start new things, and lead. But during the Mercury retrograde, your biggest danger is jumping the gun. The fire horse energy is already turbocharging your natural drive, and retrograde will create an illusion that everything is clearer than it actually is. Pisces fog plus your impatience equals potential disaster. So what's required of you is to use this retrograde to vision board your next chapter, meaning plan your next phase of life, the next 9 years. Make sure you're trying to journal, you're meditating, and you're listening to your dreams. Literally, you're listening to your dreams. Literally. Pisces Mercury retrograde speaks through symbols and feelings. Your new 9 year chapter is beginning, so don't waste it on hasty decisions made during the retrograde. Okay, make sure you're watching out for ego driven decisions, starting things prematurely, especially business ventures or contracts, and mistaking excitement for clarity. Impatience, ego, control, impulsiveness, isolation, and extreme selfishness are the shadow sides of this energy. Okay, I hope you got that right. Now, moving on to life part two, the diplomat. This can sometimes feel frustrating, like you have to wait on outside inputs before moving forward. But if you can slow down just a little bit, harmony is your reward. Partnerships formed or strengthened now may become cornerstones in your life. The lesson of the 2 year is that success can look like building bridges. Your relationships are in the spotlight this year. So during retrograde, this is actually more natural for you than most numbers. Pisces empathic intuitive energy aligns with your sensitivity. However, we may imagine that things will turn out for the best, or we may imagine or hope instead of doing something for ourselves. So you may absorb other people's emotional chaos like a sponge during this time. What is required of you is to set boundaries like mad. Okay, the fire horse here demands that even gentle life part twos should stand up for themselves. The vibration of a one can feel solitary, urging individuals to stand strong for their personal truths. However, it also encourages healthier dynamics where independence and mutual respect are prioritized over dependency. Make sure you're watching out for people pleasing during the retrograde, saying yes when you mean no, misreading signals in relationships, because the Pisces retrograde can literally create illusions in love, and being swept away by the fire horse's intensity when you need to stay grounded. So that's that for life part twos. If you don't understand, still put it in the comments. Moving on to life part three, the communicator. So the big picture here is that life path threes will find 2026 both invigorating and expressive. You're encouraged to give form to your creative thoughts. Now is a good time for artistic endeavors like writing, speaking, and teaching. Opportunities for social interaction will increase. Nevertheless, if there is a lack of focus or scattered energy, this may result in decreased output. During the retrograde, Mercury rules communication, which is your domain. When it goes retrograde in dreamy Pisces, your words may come out muddled, poetic when you need to be precise, or emotionally charged when you intended to be casual. Communication is slippery right now, so you might be tempted to say the first thing that floats into your head, but it might come out in a way you did not mean. What's required of you in this time is to channel the Pisces creative energy within you into art, music, writing, or any non-verbal expression. The fire horse here wants you to be bold with your creative gifts, but retrograde says refine before you release. Edit everything twice and revisit old creative projects. Make sure you're watching out for gossip, overcommitting socially, posting things online you regret, and scattered energy that results in many scattered started projects but nothing finished. The fire horse's speed plus your natural tendency to juggle things will equal burnout. So that's that for life part threes. Moving on to life part four, the builder. Um 2026 is asking you to build new structures, not cling to old ones. The universal year one energy wants innovation, which can feel uncomfortable for stability loving force. The fire horse here amplifies this, and expert says that the year of the horse will demand bold action and risk taking from you. But during the retrograde, you feel deeply ungrounded. You thrive on logic and systems, and Pisces retrograde dissolves both. So the retrograde is the final sign of the zodiac. In the final sign of the zodiac is a cleansing of the conscious and unconscious mind. It is a reorientation of your intuition. It is a dissolution of unexamined or expired narratives within our minds that shape our existence. So, what's required of you is to let go of rigid plans during the retrograde. Use this time to assess which foundations in your life are solid and which ones are crumbling. The fire horse here is giving you the courage to rebuild, but only after honest assessment. Watch out for stubbornness, refusing to adapt, anxiety from the lack of control, and overworking to compensate for emotional discomfort. Don't sign contracts or commit to major purchases during this retrograde. So I'm going to be right back. The time here is almost up. Hi, welcome back. So now we are moving on to life part five, the free spirit. So you and the fire horse are kindred spirits, right? Both love freedom, adventure, and speed. The horse is linked with personal freedom. So during a fire horse year, there may be a stronger desire for you to make independent choices or question rules that feel limiting. The universal year one only amplifies this, and this is your kind of year. So during the retrograde, the danger is indulgence. Okay, Pisces energy combined with your love for sensory experience could lead to escapism, which means substance abuse, drug abuse, reckless travel, porn addiction, and running from problems disguised as adventure. We all will all be nudged to face themes of healing, exploring deep rooted emotions, escapism, and striving to better understand reality from fiction. What's required of you in this time is to discipline your freedom. The fire horse rewards purposeful movement, not aimless wandering. During retrograde, revisit your travel plans, old adventures, or connections from the past. Plan your year's big moves for after March 20th. Okay, make sure you're watching out for commitment phobia amplified to the extreme, reckless decisions in the heat of the moment, or travel mishaps during the retrograde, and burning bridges you want to cross later. Okay, so that's that for life part 5. Moving on to life part 6, the nurturer. In 2026, while the world at large charges into bold independence, it's your time to strengthen bonds, nurture intimacy, and discover what responsibility really means. This can be deeply rewarding for love and family. Partnerships may deepen or new ones may enter your life, and at the same time, you will learn important lessons about give and take and how to show up for others without losing yourself. If challenges arise, think of them as opportunities to clarify what balance looks like in your life. Now, during the Mercury retrograde, old family wounds will resurface. Ex partners may contact you. You will be drawn to reflect on past decisions and close old chapters for good. Your instinct will be to caretake everyone else's pain and resist this, but sorry, your instinct will be to like be a caretaker for everyone's pain, but make sure you're resisting this during the retrograde. Okay, what's required of you is self-care first. Choose yourself first. The fire horse will demand you to pour from a full cup, but make sure you're redefining your boundaries around family and home. If a relationship needs to end, retrograde will make that obvious. But wait after March 20th to take action. Watch out for being a matter, taking on other people's emotional burdens during the Pisces fog, idealizing toxic relationships, and neglecting your own needs while managing everyone else's crisis. Watch out for that. So that's that for life part 6. We're moving on to life part 7, the seeker. Now, while the universal year 1, which is 2026, is pushing everyone towards new beginnings in an external way, your personal 7 year is asking you to turn inward. So, this is a year of reflection, study, and spiritual alignment. The Universal Year 1 invites you to redefine beliefs, goals, and spiritual direction. You may feel drawn towards learning, research, or spiritual study. Career progress may seem slow at this time, but insights gained now will shape your future success. During the retrograde, this is powerful for you. Mercury retrograde in Pisces is an opportunity to become more attuned to your intuition, your inner guidance, the whispers of your soul and of the universe. Your natural analytical spiritual nature will thrive here. What's required of you is to go deep, meditate, study, research, and explore spiritual practices. The fire horse's external energy may make you feel left behind. Ignore that. Your work is eternal this year, and it will pay off enormously in the years to come. Watch out for isolation turning into depression, overthinking to the point of paralysis, spiritual bypassing, meaning like using your enlightenment to avoid real world responsibilities, and withdrawing too much from relationships during the Pisces fog. That's that for life part 7. Moving on to life part 8, the powerhouse. If your life path number is 8, buckle up. Numerologists are forecasting 2026 as a landmark year of achievement, authority, and material success. The universal year number resonates with new beginnings and leaderships, a perfect match for the ambitious executive energy of the number 8. For life path 8, 2026 is about moving from the middle management of your life to the boardroom. But during the retrograde, which is your kryptonite, Pisces is all about feelings and intuition, and you are all about structure and strategy. Mercury retrograde will could scramble your financial communications, delay your deals, or create confusion around money. Mercury rules communication, negotiations, and contracts, even travel, automobiles, shipping, and mail. So when Mercury is retrograde, things in those areas may feel off. What's required of you is do not close major deals during retrograde. Review all financial documents 3 times. The fire horse here is giving you a massive runway of power moves, but launch them after March 20. Use this retrograde to audit, review, and strategize. Watch out for power struggles, financial communications, signing bad contracts during the Pisces fog, overconfidence, and ignoring your emotional or spiritual side in pursuit of material success. So that's that for life part 8, and moving on to life part 9, the humanitarian. Life at 9 experiences 2026 as a bridge between completion and rebirth. Although the universal year signals beginnings, you're asked to release emotional baggage and outdated commitments. Letting go creates space for meaningful new paths aligned with service and compassion. Career changes may involve humanitarian or creative directions. Financial gains will come through generosity and wise detachment. Emotional healing is also prominent at this time. During the retrograde, Pisces is your spiritual homeland. Both the nine and Pisces carry the energy of completion, compassion, and transcendence. This retrograde will feel deeply personal. Walking through past heartbreak will be the focus of the retrograde. Letting go of old emotional baggage will be hard but transformative. What's required is grieve what needs grieving, forgive yourself and others. The fire horse here wants you to charge forward, but you can't do that with 50 pounds of emotional dead weight on your back. This retrograde is your spiritual cleanse before the real new beginning. Make sure you're watching out for savior complex, trying to rescue everyone during the emotional Pisces season, or clinging to people and causes that are already past their expiration date. Watch out for emotional overwhelm and confusing sacrifice with purpose. This year reminds you that endings are sacred gateways to a higher purpose. Now on to master numbers. If you're a master number 11, you're known as the intuitive illuminator. 11 is a spiritual messenger, a doubled one with an open channel to higher consciousness. In a universal year 1, during a fire horse year, your antennae are cracked up to the maximum. You're meant to receive insights and transmit them to others. The fire horse's passionate energy fuels your visionary capacity. During the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, this could be the most psychically intense period you've experienced in years. This transit encourages you to pay more attention to your dreams, synchronicities, and emotional undercurrents that we usually ignore. Mercury in Pisces speaks through symbols, sensations, and images rather than linear reasoning. So for 11s, this is amplified tenfold. What's required of you is to document everything from your dreams to your visions to your gut feelings to repeating numbers that you see to random thoughts. These are downloads for your next chapter. Ground yourself daily, take nature walks, do physical exercise, and eat well because the Pisces energy can untether you from reality. Watch out for your nervous system overload, anxiety from absorbing too much psychic input, the wounded healer trap, which means breaking down while trying to guide others, and grandiosity. The fire horse can inflate the ego of an 11 into believing they alone can carry the truth. Make sure you're staying humble. Now moving on to master number 22, the master builder. 22 is the architect of dreams, the ability to turn spiritual vision into tangible reality. In a universal year 1, the hi guys, welcome back. So we were talking about master number 22, and like I said, 22 is the architect of dreams, right? The ability to turn spiritual vision into tangible reality. So in a universal year 1, the blank blueprint is placed in your hands. 2026 sets long-term foundations, making choices, intentions, and new paths taken this year, especially influential for the future. So the fire horse is giving you the passion and the speed to build at scale. During the retrograde, the danger is you should watch out for building on quicksand. Pisces dissolves for structure, but you are the one that will create that structure. So you might feel tension, and that tension might be maddening. All right. So plants may feel like they keep changing shape. So for the next 3 weeks, few things will be as they appear. What's required of you is to trust the process. Use this retrograde to refine the master plan, not execute it. Your gift is seeing the big picture. And Pisces retrograde helps you to see it through an emotional and spiritual lens that you normally miss. Integrate compassion into your ambitions, and the fire horse here will reward builders who serve a collective purpose. All right. Purpose, a collective meaning something that encompasses everybody. Make sure you're watching out for control issues, forcing timelines, frustration with delays, and neglecting the emotional slash spiritual foundation of your project. A 22 who builds without heart creates a prison, not a cathedral. Okay. Also watch out for physical exhaustion. The fire horse plus 22 energy can drive you past your limits. Okay. So, and on to master number 33, which is rare. If you're a 33, that means you're a master teacher. The 33 is the cosmic parent, the highest expression of love, healing, and selfless service. In 2026, as a universal year one, your destiny involves completing cycles, serving humanity, and demonstrating enlightened leadership. After the universal year nine in 2025, you're emerging, transformed, and ready. So, creativity, compassion, and humanitarian work will shine strongly in this area. The fire horse is giving your teaching a passionate, even almost prophetic quality. During the retrograde, this is your sacred retreat. Pisces energy resonates with your compassionate core. If you move through this period consciously, Mercury retrograde in Pisces will offer many opportunities for inner recalibration. The invitation is to soften and become quiet enough to perceive something you would otherwise not notice. So, what's required of you is to heal yourself before you proceed to heal the world. The fire horse here will call you into massive service, but retrograde demands you checking whether your own cup is full. Revisit your teaching, your message, and your methods. Are they still aligned with your truth? Your answers will come through feeling, not logic. Watch out for the ultimate 33 trap, which is complete self sacrifice. During Pisces retrograde in a fire horse year, the world's pain, sorry about that, the world's pain will feel unbearable to you. You may try to carry it all, and this will break you. Okay, so also watch for spiritual disillusionment. If your faith wavers during a retrograde, don't panic. Not all confusion is negative. Sometimes uncertainty is a necessary stage before clarity emerges. All right, so that's that for all life path numbers. Kindly comment, put it in the comments, what's your life path number? Do you resonate or do you not resonate? And then I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.